Hi everyone, as you can see, this time I'm joined by goalkeeper Ollie Martin for a catch-up. How you doing, Ollie?
Yeah, all right, mate. All good. Obviously, lockdown still here, but no, all good so far, mate.
Good stuff, and I'm sure all fans will be wanting to know as well. How's the leg doing? Are you is it on track? Like, is it all going healing all
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's as good as it can be, I guess. I'm still in a cast, but I've got an appointment on the 8th to have the cast taken off. Then I think I'm in for another operation, just to have the screws taken out around Christmas time. Really, obviously, if COVID sort of messes with that, then it might get pushed back. But hopefully, I get it done soon as so we can get back walking at least and get rid of the crutches.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to say as well because obviously it's hard for everyone in lockdown, but I'm guessing for you, in terms of staying active, it's been a challenge. How have you coped with that?
I mean, it's hard. Yeah, if I did this in the summer when it was dry outside and all that, it'd be fine. Like I'd be outside, but obviously I can't risk going out when it's raining. Like potentially slip and plant my leg again. Then I'm out for next season as well. But I've kept myself busy in the house as much as I can. So it's been all right, to be fair.
Yeah, and plus as well, you've got your own. Is it GKN? It's called as well that you do.
Yeah,
Uh, so has that kept you busy too? I'm guessing during this.
yeah, yeah. I mean, October and November were just mad months for us, but especially the week just gone with Black Friday and all that. We've been really lucky that we've had good numbers come through the website. And obviously we're planning. Obviously, well, now we're back coaching. So we've been planning for that, for the return of that. So yeah, it's kept me really busy, kept my mind occupied in a time when you can sort of run away with your thoughts a little bit. But all in all, GKN's been good for us.
Good stuff, and as well, Rami obviously. I think it were first league game, weren't it, that you broke your leg. After that, Earlham you played though, didn't you, in the FA Cup preliminary?
Yeah,
Made
yeah,
your debut, and then obviously first game. Were it just the way you landed? Yeah, were it just straight away like it were.
yeah. I mean, I think it was. I think it might have been my fourth game or something because obviously we had Earl and then we played Widnes and then someone else. I really can't remember.
Yeah,
Obviously the Mosley game, but yeah. If those who weren't there just come for a cross that I'd come for 100 times before. I did it 5 minutes earlier in the game. I think my knee's gone into the back of one of their lads who's obviously sort of fell with it, and then he's just landed flush on my leg. Obviously, I've for some reason played on. Like to injury time, I just said to the ref, mate, my leg's hanging off here. I can't do this. He was like, well, it is what it is. So up I get, a hobble about. TK kindly gives a free kick away on the edge of the box, which somehow they don't score from. But yeah, that I think I knew as soon as I got in to the changing room, and then we took my boot off. I was like, that's knackered. That there's no way I'm playing like the second half with that. Never mind the rest of the season.
yeah, yeah. And the ref were trying to saying you've got to get on with it, sort of thing. Where
Yeah, he's like, come on, son, up you get. You're all right. I was like, I'm not, mate. I'm telling you, I'm not.
yeah, could be further from the truth, could it? That for a ref.
Yeah, and it's like, you're all
But
right to take a goal kick. Yeah, all right.
yeah, and is there any like particular time scale, or is it obviously with these injuries it's going to be long term, but is there anything you've set goals sort of thing or
I mean, when I first did it, I was thinking I'd be back in January. Obviously, I didn't know the extent. I knew, well, I mean, driving back from Ossett, I thought I'd rolled like my ankle. I'd sprained the ligament or something. But when I got to A&E, they were like, "Yeah, it's shattered basically." So they said as I was going in for my operation, they were like, "But you're having this done so you can get back playing football, like full stop." Don't rush it back. So I've written off this season. If we don't win the league, hopefully we get the playoffs and I might nick a game here and there. But really, I'm looking at next season now, I think.
yeah, and obviously you may be having to watch from afar most of it this season. but started really well, haven't they? The lads, obviously, eight games, 6 wins, top of the league as well. We don't know when it's going to be back. Like it's all up in the air, isn't it? But you must have been enjoying seeing the results and that. And have you managed to keep up with the lads too?
Yeah. I mean, I knew as soon as Warren sort of messaged me about coming in, I knew that they had a good group, competitive group that has a very good chance of going for promotion this year. That's why I signed straight away. So it doesn't surprise me that Rami are top of the league, because that's where they should be. On paper, obviously, like a couple of the results, like the FA Cup game against Mosley, that's a cup game. Obviously, it's a massive competition and all that, but that's a one-off game. Like I say, 6 wins, sitting top. I actually managed to get to the Prescott game with a last-minute winner. So that sets us up perfectly, I think, for when football does return, if it returns.
Yeah, definitely. And spoke to Tom last week, and he was saying as well, it's quite a tight knit group too, which helps within it. Is it like that? Yeah, you all get on as well off the pitch.
Yeah, massively. The dressing rooms I've been in, you can get clubs where there's loads of cliques in the dressing room. Not really that much banter going on. It's quite a dry atmosphere. And then you get some clubs where no cliques at all. Everyone's mate. Stay behind, have a drink, and all that. Obviously, it's not been really the same since I went into Rami because of COVID and all that. You can't really sort of mingle that much. But considering that, it is a quality dressing room, and it's a dressing room that's needed if you are, wanting to go and be successful in the league.
Yeah, it's been shown that there's obviously been quite a few changes throughout the season, and yet they just come in. I was saying this to Tom, it just like seamless, isn't it? They just fit straight in, really. The players who come in.
Yeah, it's a really welcoming group. Yeah, it's a really welcoming group. Straight away I come in, and it was like there was no sort of awkward phase of it. You're just straight in, and that's that.
Yeah, and obviously, like we say, you more or less wrote off this season, you think, but we don't really know what's happening, do we? Obviously, it's stopped at the minute. There could be a slim chance, couldn't there, as you say, like we said about if we get in playoffs or whatever. Obviously, this is all we're just guessing.
Push back another month, and I might have a chance. But it's if it happens, it happens. It's this is the season that never was really for me. A lot of stuff going on off the pitch, and in football in the off season and all that. So it's probably come at a good time, if there ever was a good time, with the injury. Yeah,
just to give you that bit more of a chance to maybe get back this season too, isn't it? And it's funny, I was reading up that you played, I don't know if you played every minute or most, didn't you, for your previous club, Radcliffe, and then come to Rami in the first few games. It's just...
I know, well, I was thinking this, I need to stop saying it, that I've played every game for the past few years, because since then I've strained my quad, I've pulled my back, and I broke my leg, so I think I'm jinxing myself a little bit with that. But yeah, every minute of every game for Radcliffe.
Yeah, so maybe next time then, if you get a good run of games, keep quiet.
I'll keep it quiet, yeah.
So we did have a question from one fan on Facebook, Luke Summer. He said, do you still aspire that you can make it as a professional footballer one day?
Has to be good enough first.
Yeah.
It's like I've written that off now. My priorities are elsewhere. I work in football with my day job, and you see sort of like the day-to-day stuff. Yeah, it's it'd be class to sort of go and be a professional footballer. You play football every day, and don't get me wrong, if someone comes to me and said, yeah, come in, I'd definitely go and do it. But I'm not sort of actively pursuing it as such. I've got things going on with GKN where that's going to take me full time with that, and that's something that I'm passionate about with the lad who I run it with. So that's really where I see my future. But like I say, I have to be good enough to be a professional first to even think about that.
Yeah, it's and you had a quick taste when you were younger, didn't you? You at Man City you started at. as well, and then Fleetwood. You spent some time.
Yeah, City in the academy. Like I've said it on a couple of podcasts. My sort of like younger years, you'll probably find it's really common with a lot of lads in the northwest. You know, bounce around a few clubs. Signed for City in the academy for 3 years. And signed a scholarship at Fleetwood Town. You know, I was, because we didn't really have a keeper coach with the youth team. I was involved with Dave Lucas up at the first team quite a bit, warming up on match day with the first team. You know, I flew down to Wimbledon to sort of act as cover. Aldershot as well was on the bench. You know, but that sort of as close to, you know, getting actually on a professional, you know, football league pitch as I've come. It was a great time. But I mean, that was years ago now, that it feels like. So, you know, that's good times. I've got my shirt like with my name on it. That's framed. So yeah, that's probably about where it ends with professional.
Yeah, and all them experiences, I'm guessing, helped you though along the way to, you know, to where you are now and semi-professional. It's still a good level, isn't it, to be playing at?
What with semi-professional?
Yeah.
No, absolutely. You know, the Northern Prem, or the pitching in, whatever you got to call it now.
It's a long one,
you know,
isn't it?
yeah, I just call it the Evo stick. That's what it's been to me. You know, it's a good standard. You got lads who, you know, they've got the opportunity to go to professional because they're good enough, but you know, they'd rather stay in this league because this league's a competitive league. You know, I know it's only sort of one team, but you look at Marine, they're keeping up with themselves in the FA Cup because we're a good team, because they play in a good league week in, week out. So, you know, from a personal point of view, I'd happily play in this league, you know, every week.
Yeah, like you said, the FA Cup is showing it, isn't it? That there are quality teams down there because they've knocked some big teams out, haven't they, this time?
Yeah, well, you know, non-leagues evolving, non-leagues becoming, you know, it's no longer, you know, just, you know, like Sunday league with a load of plumbers and scaffolders. You know, these lads are, you know, the full-time semi-pros, if that makes sense. You know, they look after themselves. They've all got good ability, and you know, especially with Marine and Charlie, you know, they're both flying the flag, and of course Stockport as well. I've got to mention them as a fan. You know, they're all flying the flag for non-league in the FA Cup, and the draw that's just been, you know, it's 3 great ties for the teams, you know, just mentioned. Obviously, good luck to them all. But it'd be class to see Marine, you know, go through again. Obviously, they got Tottenham, so we'll have to see if Tottenham bring the kids or not. But you know, what an amazing story for them, and it's one that they won't forget.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it? And this is my first proper taste really this year, and I've been shocked by the quality there is down in non-league too. I think until people come and watch it, they don't realise, do they?
No, they don't.
So yeah, cheers for that, Ollie. It's been good to catch up, and fingers crossed your recovery keeps going well, and if we don't see you back this season, you'll be back next season ready to go again.
Yeah, no, definitely, mate. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Ollie. Cheers.
Top man, done.